Hey, what's up guys? Josh here, and today we're going to be recreating or kind of creating my interpretation of the Beetlejuice flyer that falls out of the book for the recently deceased in the film Beetlejuice. So Adam is up, they're both looking out the window, the Dietzes are moving in, they're trying to figure out what on earth they're gonna do, and then the flyer drops out for Beetlejuice, the Bio-Exorcist. So this is a very specific thing to recreate. So on top of recreating this, I'm just going to show you kind of my process, how I would go about recreating it. And you can use these techniques for recreating other projects, especially ones that are design related that you can print. So with that, let's go ahead and take a look at what we've got to work with here. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is create an 8.5 by 11 300 dpi project in Photoshop. I'm going to take a screenshot from the film that I took on my computer, drop it into Photoshop, and I'm going to cut out the page like so, and put that on a new layer. I'm going to rasterize it, and then I'm going to distort it so that it fits into my page, and I'm just using this for reference. There we go. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start working on the background. So we're going to use our shape tool, and we're going to draw the box at the bottom first. And I'm going to draw the lines up top, that outline on the top half. And we'll hide those. Next, we're going to work on the text. So the Beetlejuice text, I'm going to find a font that looks about right, and then I'm just going to transform that until it fits and duplicate it. So there's that. We'll hide those. Now for the star shape, I'm going to use the pen tool to create that. And then for all of these little clip art bits, I'm going to just trace those. And just keep in mind, I'm adjusting everything as I go. And a lot of the text that's on the page here, it looks like it could have been hand-drawn. So I'm just going online to Font Squirrel, DeFont, Google Fonts, and looking for fonts that are similar if I don't already have them on my system. So now I've gone ahead and printed my flyer from the design I've created, and I've used a color laser printer in this case, just printed on white paper. And the only problem with this is in the film it looks distressed. So I want to distress this, make it look old. So how I'm going to do that today is I'm actually going to tea stain this paper. So what I've done is I've boiled some water. And there's probably, I'd say, a quarter cup of water in here. And I've just put a couple tea bags in here to steep. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to squeeze a lot of water. This water has cooled down, I would like to add. And we're just going to squeeze a lot of the water out of that tea bag, like so. And you're just going to take your tea bag and you're just going to gently wipe the page with your tea bag. So you can see that's starting to age that nicely. And you're just going to do the whole thing, front and back. And if you want it a little darker, go ahead and just dunk your tea bag back in there some more. And you can do multiple passes if you want. Once you have your flyer distressed, you're going to want to let it dry on a flat surface. And while that's happening, let's take a look at our film again for some more reference on how it's folded. All right, so it's folded lengthwise and then twice in left and right. So it's folded twice horizontally and once vertically. Okay, so now we'll take our paper and we'll fold it like so. and then fold it once. Not in the middle. We're creating thirds is what we're doing. And then we'll fold it again. So now we open this up, and we have our lovely Bio-Exorcist flyer. Now you'll notice there's a little bit of shine on that print job, which I'm not a huge fan of. So what I would do instead is I would take the piece of plain paper, of printer paper, and I'd go ahead and do the tea staining and make sure that it dries nice and flat. And then I would run it through an inkjet printer. And that's going to give you a matte finish that looks much more authentic. If we reference our screenshot again, we'll see that there is a nice tear across the bottom of that. So I'm going to grab a pencil, or in this case a pen, which is what I have handy. And I'm just going to kind of eyeball where that tear is at. So it kind of comes right here. Kind of around and up like that. So I've kind of traced a line where I want that tear to be right there. So I'm just going to very carefully by hand make those tears, and I'm going to make them in such a way that I'm taking out the line I just drew. And of course this is a tear, so it doesn't have to be perfect, but I want it to be fairly close to what I see on screen. Like so. There we go. And there you have it, our finished Beetlejuice Bio-Exorcist flyer. Call it a day. Well, that's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, if you found it useful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you'd like to see more videos like this in the future, please consider supporting the channel. Head over to Ko-fi, that's ko-fi.com/Josh McDaris. I'm Josh. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.